When you think of Toombs County, the first crop that comes to mind is, of course, the sweet Vidalia onion. However, with Mother Nature failing to cooperate during the growing season, this year's numbers are a little bit down. How much so? Damon Jones has that answer.
It's officially summertime, and that means that people around the state will be huddled around the grill. And nothing goes better with that hamburger than one of Georgia's signature crop, the Vidalia onion. However, it will be in shorter supply this year due to poor weather at times during the growing season. But the numbers aren't down as much as initially feared.
We target about 5 million units a year to market, and that fluctuates. Some years we're a little over 5 million, some years we're a little off. This year, from our projections, we've already sold about 3.2 million and got a little over a million left, so we'll be about 4.3 or 4.4. And that's about what we kind of are used to.
The main reason for the higher than expected numbers is the fact that most of the heavy damage was very localized. And while that was good news for most of the producers, some weren't so lucky.
The sad thing is that some growers were hit, really impacted negatively, and some of those fields just weren't brought in. They had some hailstorms and some heavy winds and rains right when it was time to harvest, and so you were kind of either on one end of the spectrum or the other. You had a real good crop or had some problems that really hurt them. And we also had a lot of heavy winds. We had 4 or 5 instances with some 40-mile-an-hour or more winds, and that just lays the foliage over and lays the things over like it would a tree, and they just don't stand up like they should, and we'll get a little bit smaller onion even if we can get anything out of those fields.
One of the places that did fare pretty well this season was Herndon Farms, who, despite running into a few problems along the way, was able to produce another quality yield.
Our crop here at Herndon Farms, we had an exceptional crop. The quality was great, and had some sizing issues as far as the development of the crop, but as far as quality and availability, we had an exceptional crop.
However, it didn't come without plenty of hard work, as the inclement weather did force some minor changes along the way. As for advice on how to best deal with these obstacles, Herndon believes in treating each segment of the crop differently.
You have a program that you go by, but every field is different. We treat our fields individual. We don't treat a crop of Vidalia onions as a crop. We treat it farm by farm. But some people have a general idea of what it takes to grow an onion, and it kind of dictates what they do year in and year out. But this was one of the years that was a little more tricky for folks in my area, and we really had to adjust everything we did field by field and not treat it as a Vidalia crop as a whole. Each individual farm had to be treated differently.
And Georgia farmers weren't the only ones affected, as onion numbers all over the country are down, and that means it will be another strong market for this commodity.
Unfortunately for the Texas producers, they had a horrible crop, and some other things happened in some other regions that was not expected. And so by the time ours actually got ready, we had inherited a good market situation, a lot better than what it was looking in early February.
As for what those consumers can expect to see in the stores,
Vidalias will be a little shorter this year than normal as far as the quantities available, but the quality should be second to none.
Reporting from Toombs County, I'm Damon Jones for the Georgia Farm Monitor.